All right, welcome back to NCAA Football 12 for the recruiting on Akron Zips Dynasty. So, we'll get into the recruiting here. We took a guy off of our board uh, the beginning of the last gameplay video. So, we're going to maybe look to put somebody else on our board. This corner has 37% interest. He's a junior college transfer who's down to his top 8. Maybe we could get into his top 8. I'm going to see if there's anybody with any more interest. Really looking for another 3-star guy here. There's a defensive end with 36% interest. But he's down to his top 5, so I don't know. I think we're going to try him. He's the only guy that's showing a lot of interest, so there's another wide receiver who's interested. We're going after a lot of 2-star guys here too. Just looking through, seeing if there's anybody else. We only have one spot on our board, so we need defensive tackle, we need defensive end. Safety, not really as big of a need, but going after at least one here. Trying to go after a quarterback too. We're gonna have to try to get one here if we're gonna have any hopes of competing next season. So this is our tackle that's interested. He's 3 stars. He's looking at us as his top choice right now. We're a little ahead of Ball State and Bowling Green. Television exposure isn't really important to him. We'll make a pitch. We'll get a couple of points. Proximity to home is above average for him, so it's not at the top of his list, but it's important enough to him that get a little bit of a decent pitch. Got another 2-star tackle who has just elevated us to his top school. We're just going to spend about 10 minutes with him. We're going to try to do a little more recruiting in this video. Don't get a lot for him, but hopefully that keeps him interested enough. We've got some corners we're looking at here. We got a coverage guy who's pretty good. He's down to his top 5 and we're number 2. I'm just going to spend 20 minutes with him. He's leaning heavily towards Kent State. Campus lifestyle is really important to him. I think we're going to have to make him a promise if we want to try to get him. I think just no red shirt is the best way to go. Not a lot else we can really promise him. A lot of our promises aren't unlocked yet because we're just not that great of a coach so far. So our punter, who's 2 stars, is ready to come for a visit. I think we're gonna do 3 topics here. He's really leaning a lot more towards West Virginia or Georgia Tech. I think we're gonna go ahead and schedule his visit. I think we should probably bring him in week 7 against New Mexico. That might be better. Maybe we can win that game, and that would actually help. He said it's about time, so. I think we can also promise him solid playing time. And then program tradition is not important to him, and we're not great at it, so. Proximity to home is the most important thing to him. And I think we're going to compare ourselves to West Virginia here. And we're just going to try to knock them down a little bit. We don't get to do that very often, where we compare ourselves to another school. Big reason for that is we're not really good at anything. We don't have much to offer any of these players. So going after the other punter here, he's not high on anybody yet. We'll go ahead and make a pitch for academic prestige. It's not great, but coach prestige, not important to him. Early playing time is something we can offer him, and I'm just gonna make a pitch for it. Maybe not something he's gonna get at some of these other schools. So we're his 5th team. He's down to his top 8. Definitely looking at USC, Penn State, and Auburn over us. That's Dan Cook, the punter. We got to get one of these punters because our punter right now is a senior. So we've got a couple of guys here that are somewhat interested that we haven't offered scholarships yet. Not sure I'm going to at this point, some of these guys, but trying to figure out who else we want to try to get here. A lot of these top guys we definitely need to stay on. We'll spend about 40 minutes with the safety. We're his top school. Least important to him is playing time. We'll make a pitch. Something we can offer him so we still get decent points for it. Low importance there on the proximity to home. But again, since we're decent at it, we get some points. Coach loyalty. This is our last subject. I think we're going to change the topic. Conference prestige. Okay, well, maybe we should have stuck with coach loyalty. Which everybody has the same coach loyalty since the beginning of the Dynasty, but. Oh, let's see who else we got here. We already talked to the tackle a little bit. He's leaning our way. Hopefully we can get him. William Schuler, 6'3", 261 from Mansfield, Ohio. Some of these guys that are interested are not necessarily the best prospects. Kareem Payne is one that I want to look at here. We're his top school right now. We want to keep it that way. Early playing time, not really something we can offer him. It's not important to him either, so we only get just a few points. Doesn't care about coach loyalty. I don't know if I've actually tried to recruit this guy much yet, so. Nothing we asked him about he was important to him. So it's not real great. I really don't want to offer all of the 1-star guys scholarships right away. Because, it's kind of too late to just start recruiting better players, but this guy's down. Oh, we already talked to him. Let's see here. We've got a linebacker we can talk to for a little bit. Trying to do less time with each player and get more players in here. This guy's leaning a little bit heavily towards Toledo. Get a few points, get him a little more interested, but might end up committing to Toledo. And of course, if any of these guys do right away commit to another school, we can just go ahead and take them off our board. So we've got one visit scheduled so far. Of course, we have two commits, both one-star guys, one of them a junior college transfer. Jordan Hughes, 6'2", 274 from Circleville. This guy's down to his top 5, and we're number 6. I think that's the guy we just added to our board. So the fact that he's interested at all is good. He is leaning pretty heavily towards OU, though. He's very high on early playing time. Did we already talk to this guy? Is this not the guy we just added to our board? Maybe did we put this guy on our board and then take him off? And then he was still a little bit interested? I think that might have been what happened. We're going to make a pitch for early playing time. So, probably should have seen if we could have compared that to any of the other schools. We haven't offered him a scholarship yet, so I think we'll do that at the end of the call just to try to get back into things a little bit more, but he's average on athletic facilities. That'll get us a few points. Academic prestige. This is where we're going to offer him the scholarship. It gets us 169 more points, so obviously he doesn't want to make a decision yet, but hopefully that can at least get us into his top 5. This is the center we added to our board last week. He's really looking at Bowling Green and Kent State, so not sure we can get in the mix, but we're going to try here. Just going to find out what he thinks about a few things. I'm going to make a pitch for proximity to home right away. Just because we know that we're close to it, his home here. I don't think I'm going to offer him a scholarship yet. I think I'm going to wait. Low importance is coach prestige. I think I'm going to wait to offer him a scholarship. Hopefully, I mean, he's down to his top 5. He has 2 offers. Hopefully we can get somewhat involved. This guy's down to his top 10. I'm going to spend an hour talking to him here. Most important is television exposure. Well, are we better than anybody here? We have a C. We're not. We're not better than anybody he's interested in. So we're just going to make a pitch. We'll get a few points. It's the most important thing to him, and we're not like a D, so we do get a few points from that. Pro potential is not something he's real interested in. Program stability is not important. Program tradition, we don't have any program tradition, so. And this guy's a pocket passer. He's really, not the type of quarterback I necessarily want. But if he's a better quarterback, I'll take him. So I'd rather have a scrambling quarterback, but if we can get a decent quarterback, I'll take whoever. So I'll make a pitch for coach loyalty. He's not high on proximity to home. We're going to offer him a scholarship here. We'll get a few more points. Plus 200 interest. I mean, he's down to his top 10, and we're in the top 10, so makes me think we'll have somewhat of a shot. Go 30 minutes on this guy. He's not high on anybody yet, so get a pitch for proximity to home. Ask him what he thinks about campus lifestyle. And again, we're going to start offering some scholarships here. We're a couple of weeks into the season, and a lot of these guys are already rolling out a bunch of schools. So sometimes offering a scholarship, will really get some points on them, help us at least get in the conversation. This guy's leaning towards Bowling Green. He's also looking at Kent State and Toledo. I would think we'd be able to offer this guy early playing time, but apparently that's not something that's really possible. So pro potential, we have a D, so I think we're going to change the topic. Coach prestige. That's not really much better, so I'll go ahead and ask him what he thinks. Not important, so coach loyalty. Again, everyone is a C, as you can see here. That'll change after this season when coaches move around a little, but offer him a scholarship. We'll get he's going to keep it in mind. I don't think he's all that interested. We're in his top 5. He's narrowed it down to the top 5. I think we can only schedule recruits for a visit, though, when they're down to their top 3. So, I already talked to him. We've got a couple of 1-star players that we might just be able to go ahead and offer scholarships to. Kind of wondering if this guy's going to just commit if we offer him a scholarship. 2 topics. Where's number 1 school? I'm going to ask him what he thinks about it. He's very high on academic prestige. Okay. Offer him a scholarship. I almost half expected him to commit right there, but I'm not surprised that he didn't. And we've got a little bit of time left here. We need to talk to this defensive tackle. It's really our biggest position in need. And we're a little bit behind Kent State here, so. Television exposure, he's average on it. Conference prestige. Maybe we make him a promise. We've already promised him solid playing time. I think we're going to promise him no red shirt. Which I've already promised several players now. We have to keep those promises in order to help out some of our ratings here and on different things. Also, our ability to unlock more promises as well. So didn't talk to this guy yet. I think we'll just do 2 topics because we run out of time. We get a coach's choice here. Make a pitch for proximity to home. He's really leaning towards Kent State or Toledo. We have better academic prestige than Toledo by a little bit. So we'll get -8 points on Toledo. Doesn't help too much, but got not much time left here, just an hour of recruiting time. And I think we need to figure out what the most important thing is here. Got this quarterback we were looking at, this scrambling quarterback. I'm going to spend half the time we have left talking to him. Low importance on athletic facilities. We know he has low importance on academic prestige. I think we go ahead and change the topic. Conference prestige, very important to him. Of course, we can't really compare ourselves to anybody here. It's not going to help us. Maybe we make him a promise. I think we'll go no red shirt. And I think we just offer him a scholarship to get a few more points. Probably not going to get him, if I'm being honest. We are his only offer right now, but he's going to get some offers here. Proximity to home is not as great because he's from New Jersey. Just not really sure we can get him. We've got a 3-star running back on the board. We'll spend the rest of our time with him. He's down to his top 10. We're in the top 10 for him. It's just academic prestige is most important. Okay. Program tradition he doesn't care about. And then I'm just going to offer a scholarship. Well, why not? Might boost us up a little bit. Usually a scholarship, if they don't commit right away, it'll get you about 100 points or so. So it's going to do it for all the recruiting time we have left. We take on Eastern Michigan in the next video. Didn't get any recruits in this one. I'll go ahead and advance the week here so you can see if we moved up on anybody. Does take a little while to advance the week. Has to simulate all the recruiting stuff, so. Progress the recruits, schedule the visits, everything like that, so. As well as simulate the rest of the games. Of course, it is a little bit of an older game. It's not the hardware is not the fastest at simulating stuff either, so. We take on Eastern Michigan next week. They're 2-2. Maybe there's a chance we could beat them. More likely than not, we don't. So, all of these here, we'll go ahead and reorder this by interest so we make sure that we have that here. This outside linebacker we're up to number 1 on. We haven't offered him yet. The 2-star wide receiver we're number 1 on. We haven't offered him yet either. Some of these guys I don't know that we even talked to. We're up to number 1 on the punter. Okay. That's excellent. He's still in his top 8 though, so Somehow we have jumped ahead of USC and Penn State. Maybe they've not recruited him much. It's probably not really the best punter there is, but a lot of guys ready for visits. Several 2-star guys here that were all their number 2 school. The defensive end is ready for a visit. We're number 2 out of 3 on him. 3-star guy. Jake McBride. I think he was the guy we just added back to the board. This guy's a soft commit for West Virginia. Okay. We might have to take him off the board. The other guy seems interested too, so. I think we're going to take him off the board. We're not going to get him. We have another guy who's pretty interested too, so. If we can get the other punter, and hopefully we don't blow it, we'll be in fine shape. We only need one punter. Several guys ready for visits here. And of course the center. I don't think we're going to get the center. We're not even like top 10, so I think we're going to have to take him off the board. Same thing with this other quarterback. He's not real interested. And then the running back is a little more interested than he was. He went from number 10 to number 5, so. Or we did. We went from his 10th school to his 5th, so. We'll get into the next game against Eastern Michigan next time. Might have some more Madden videos before then. We'll get back into playing Madden as well. At some point, and try to do a few more Madden videos before we get back to NCAA, maybe. But that's going to do it for this one. Really great. We got recruits ready for visits in the next video. So I will see you then. Have a good day.